Well, hello everybody, welcome back. It's a couple days later after our last video of the Malibu devastation and getting in there to get some stuff and kind of secure our place and, you know, get that look at firsthand of what was going on in there. And it's been quite a couple days since we've checked in with you guys about it, and a lot has happened, a lot has transpired. We've been down there multiple times. The video you guys saw, that was the only time we actually made it, you know, to our place, because it's pretty deep from the closure. Well, yeah, it's pretty deep. And it, you know, once we had gotten our stuff that one day, you know, every day is a different scenario. It's a fluid situation. So the fact that we were given permission the one day doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get to go, you know, any other days. I thought for some reason that we would be able to, but, you know, that was not the case, which is fine. We were lucky to be able to get in there at all, you know, by our own volition. Well, you know, they said you either got to walk or we were allowed to take our scooters and what, and then getting the ride from the folks from the French media. But to catch you up on what's been going on is that they've been trying to obviously clear the situation for survivors and make sure that every, you know, property has been checked to make sure that, you know, something didn't slip through the cracks. So that has to happen in a respectful, safe, and you know, a discreet manner. It has to be done, you know, without the public around. It's a sensitive issue, obviously. I don't have to explain that. But so that's going on. Obviously, securing the infrastructure, and I would imagine, you know, gas lines and things of that nature. I don't even know. I'm not smart like that. But what I do know is that apparently our electricity was restored. We got the notification as such. So that's a good thing. And I have people on the ground out there, official type folk on the other side of the line, who have assured me of those things. Kind of, I get eyes on things to where I say, hey, I think the electricity's getting hooked up, and they said, yeah, they're at your house right now, I can see them. That kind of thing I'm getting firsthand. So that's all good forward progress. They're moving really fast considering, you know, the devastation. And as we speak, it's not contained. It's not over. And as I'm making this video, it's starting to get breezy here in Orange County, and it's predicted tonight to kick up yet again through tomorrow, and everybody's on edge. And, you know, it's not even over on whatever. I don't have to explain it. Also, we're going to keep trying to compile GoFundMes for local families on our beach right there, because the entire beach was destroyed. So we have the two right now that we know of, and we're trying to compile more, and we'll keep putting those out there as we get them. And if you guys could spread those around, that would be awesome. These are folks that, you know, these aren't mega rich people. They wouldn't be asking for donations if they didn't need it and if it wasn't a problem, you know. So yeah, we're going to keep pushing that as much as we can. This is my friend Justin Warfield, longtime friend, crewmate in The Chosen Few, my graffiti crew, amazing musician, talented, beyond measure, genius, but a good friend, a very conscious friend who is always trying to defend what's right and be there for the people. He's one of those guys. He's a champion. Anyways, he has compiled a really amazing database of families' GoFundMes, as well as a ton of resources and places that you can donate if you feel the need, and you can. Just a really, as far as anybody that I know personally right now who's got some really good resources for us, that's where you should go. Justin Warfield. Go to his link tree on his Instagram and you'll find everything there. Okay, give him a follow as well so you can stay updated, because he's plugged into a lot of people, and I think that's why he's a good source and a good hub of help and information in this right now. So do yourself a favor, do everybody a favor, and motivate and do something if you can, please. And if it's just to share the information on your account, if that's all you can do, that's amazing too. Okay, so now let's cut back to us on our way back to Malibu yesterday to see what we could do. This is going from Orange County back up there. I think we picked this up just about Culver City, Santa Monica area. And we get to the road closure, and you'll see what ensues and what's going on there with the National Guard and the whole. It's a crazy scene going on PCH, and we'll cut to that now. 405 North, Sacramento, on our way back to Malibu, yet again. It's a couple days later, and we're just going out to see what's going on. It's, I don't know. We're going to see if we can help. We're going to see, who knows? Now, I think last time we started the video probably here, somewhere in here, right?
Yep.
And the smoke plume was pretty massive.
Yeah, and then that night, or I think it was like maybe the following day, that fire was coming closer to the Getty. It was coming in this direction, I should say.
Yeah.
And it looks like they stopped that.
At least this side of it, but it doesn't mean that... I don't know where the smoke is, but I know it's not contained 100% or anything like that. So
yeah,
we just can't see it from here.
Now that was part of the Palisades fire, right?
Yep.
And now we were talking to one of our friends the other day. It's called the Palisades fire. That doesn't mean it's just still in the Palisades. It's just that's the point of origin, is how they name those fires. Which, if you're not familiar and live in like wildfire country like we do, you're like, what? So. I thought that was a good point that our friend brought up to kind of explain, We've seen a ton of trucks and cars, by the way, toting massive pallets of bottles of water, you name it. Like, we've seen, like, rescue.
Looks like they got the Sunset off-ramp closed back there.
Oh, yeah.
As we head past the Getty. Also worth mentioning, if you have not seen any of the other videos, we survived. Our place is still standing in Malibu. We are beyond grateful, and yeah, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle, especially because within our building, we didn't show too much of it, but there were several apartments that didn't make it.
Like, there's damage.
Major damage.
Yeah, it actually caught. So
that in and of itself is even more of a miracle, and I think part of the miracle was the fact that all of you, and there is a huge group of viewers, that survived the pandemic with us there. And it's like throughout this entire thing, I think a lot of people that are part of that Home Is Where the Vlog Is crew that lived there with us during the pandemic. I mean, we filmed every single day.
Okay, so it was our safe place, and then it was yours also.
And you all felt that. And I mean, we've read a ton of messages that, like...
And I've gotten messages from, like, friends, close friends, and...
from all over the world
thank you to everybody reaching out, because it does make a difference. Weirdly,
I think it helps save that place. I'm telling you.
Yeah, all that energy.
And of course, we still don't know what's going to happen to the building. Like, who knows? But regardless, the walls didn't burn down. So no matter what happens, I think we all collectively, our good energy, thoughts, prayers, helped save it.
Yeah, and then brush fired PCH Topanga. Okay, I missed that sign. Edge of Woodland Hills. Approaching Calabasas. No visible plume at this point.
But the winds are really picking up.
The winds are back.
As we drove through here, the winds like kicked.
Yeah, this is Valley Circle overpass right here. Approaching Hidden Hills on the right, and Calabasas on the left. And so nothing visible. But that doesn't give me any kind of calm at all. I don't know.
Yeah, last time we were coming through here, you could see big plumes of smoke.
Yeah.
We were going under the, like, wildlife
There's our Trader Joe's during the pandemic.
And speaking of it,
we waited. Katie would wait in line over there.
Yep, and you would sit with
the 6 foot spaced out line that would go snaking through the parking lot.
Yep.
They had porta potties out there. And 10 people at a time, and I would sit with Binky in the car and just wait.
And we have that on Home is Where the Vlog Is.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, we filmed every single day.
Home is Where the Vlog Is really a disaster companion.
Yeah.
It's a disaster companion piece.
It's true.
It's like.
But I think like there's something so crazy because now that this disaster happened, and it affected like our place, our beach, our collective safe space. It's crazy to think that like we're all going through this together. Of like, dude, our place, man. Like, it's so weird.
All right, Malibu Canyon, Las Virgenes. Access to the coast to PCH still blocked over. I think it's at Mulholland.
Yeah, it goes right up to Mulholland.
Right where the Knights of the Jack.
Just coming through T2 Tunnel 2, and I thought this was a good time to show this and give another huge shout out to not only our buddy Victor, who's been a firefighter that we shout out all the time, but he actually gave us this button, and we keep it in our car. We don't even take it in our house. We actually keep it in our car, and we look at it all the time, like, and think, you know, because he's out there, you know, and we just think about like how much work that is and how much sacrifice that is, and especially in a time right now when these firefighters are putting their lives on the line so much. I mean, we have firefighters from all over, even other countries that are helping with this fire. So again, just a huge shout out to Victor and all the firefighters. We love you, and I'm glad that we have this button in our car. Like, we've got it. So we're the sun is in my face, by the way, but we're still on Canaan, and there's something we noticed when we were here the first day. Absolutely no cell signal out here in Malibu, like most of Malibu. There's a little bit by our place. It was kind of spotty, if you will. But I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that Elon Musk is going to be sending, I think something about like Cybertrucks and some Starlink out to, you know, areas in greater Los Angeles and parts of Malibu that are like this, where there's no signal. So that's really important, you know. I mean, especially if we have another wind event coming, and can you imagine if another fire breaks out? I mean, these people have no cell service. Like, they're not even going to know unless someone knocks at their door. It's just another disaster waiting to happen. So hopefully that Starlink gets out here soon, and you know, can help hopefully save more lives. And that's assuming another fire could happen. Hopefully it doesn't, but you know, we have to like think of the worst case scenario. That's what I do now, because of this, maybe because of COVID. But I'm always like, what's the worst case scenario and how do we avoid it? And I think that's what people like that are thinking of as well.
Just
so many
fire truck after fire truck just went up Canaan. Like,
look at that.
Yep, fire.
Merced.
Wow.
Yeah. Cal Fire. I mean, we've seen.
Look at it. It's just a string.
The Cal Fire. Yeah. That was the end of a.
Those guys probably just worked a week straight.
Oh
Who knows?
Gosh. Can't even imagine. I mean, it is a deceivingly beautiful day today.
Yeah, that's what's weird about this place sometimes.
Isn't it funny? Like, the other thing is, oh, there's some National Guard.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, even seeing a beautiful day makes me feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like, it's all these things that, and I'm not trying to make it about myself. I'm just, these are the feelings that we feel as some survivors of this. You know, it's such a complex, I've never felt such complex emotions in my life. I don't know about you, but this is definitely the most I've ever felt. And you can tell that something happened here too, because look at how empty this road is. The Pacific Coast Highway.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
On a beautiful Sunday,
Yeah, that to me, that is so abnormal right here. Like, you just almost never see this. I mean, empty. Fire trucks. More of them. And they are, I don't know if you can see, it probably went too fast, but they were covered in ash.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
They take such pride in their gear, and those trucks are always, you know,
so clean.
spick and span.
If that tells you anything. Jeez, that was... Now, like, look at how beautiful it looks out there today. Gosh. What a... Ugh, it's crazy. It's so heavy.
And you'll see the FOSCHEC thing right here on the
yeah, look
highway.
at that.
See it? And then it's right there
yeah,
in the
there
highway.
it is, right in the highway.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was from the Franklin?
Yep.
Yeah, a month
There's
ago.
more vehicles. Man, something else. Okay, now we're in front of Pepperdine, and Spencer just noticed, I didn't even pay attention, but we have traffic lights back.
Yep, traffic lights are back. Look at this.
Look at that.
Malibu
Last
Canyon
time.
right here. So
Yeah.
that's a good sign. They're working really hard to get this stuff back up. And,
Yeah, and I think actually today they notified us while we were driving here that they will be turning the power back on our place.
yeah.
They started working on it.
What's this say?
Southern California Edison, FSPS. Not sure what that meant.
Forest Service something? I don't know. I'm guessing.
Boy, it's so sad looking at all these burnt hills. The heaviness right here. Oof. Makes
All
my
right.
stomach hurt.
All right, we're coming into kind of the main part of this side of town. This is the Ralph's Cross Creek. Whoa, look at all these trucks over here.
Wow.
Hundreds of trucks, and I don't know what.
Wow.
That must be an evac center?
I don't know.
I think that's the evac
Wow, look at that. It's a lot. That whole lot is full. It's
center.
normally
where
empty.
they normally have the chili cook-off. Looks like a big evacuation center.
Probably. So last time, this is about where we got stopped and we had to
Yeah, this next light.
proceed on foot. I think we parked like right here, right?
Yeah.
So, wow, okay. This is open.
Yeah.
So, are they open in front of the pier? I guess we're going to find out.
Find out, yeah. Yeah, this was the end of the line in our last video.
Mm-hmm. And the light was out too. There's SoCal Gas. A couple people, first responders only. Look at how empty it is still.
So the rumor that I heard was that it was, the end of the line was at Colony Liquor Store, which is
Up
a little
there.
bit after Diamore's. It's kind of the beginning of the straightaway of Carbon Beach, and that's kind of where
Does make sense.
the destruction started, was like halfway down Carbon, or,
Yeah. Right.
you know, a bit of ways down Carbon.
Ooh, I just got such a pit in my stomach. I don't know about you, but I don't know what it is, but I just feel like, oh man, you know when you just feel like my chest hurts.
Yeah, there it is. I was right.
Oh man.
So Colony Liquor.
Okay. It feels weird. I was like, oh cool, we're almost to our place. You know. So we'll see if we can find out what's going on. Can we proceed on foot again? I don't know.
And now, see, they're letting them through.
Oh, that's probably for the Starlink.
Those are the Starlink dudes.
What is for
Starlink, yeah.
Starlink.
Starlink. Everybody's Starlink.
All right, so we're here at the road closure at Colony Liquor, and it's like the beginning of Carbon Beach. You can see behind us there, National Guard and sheriffs are maintaining this road closure right here. Even the In-N-Out trucks showed up. I don't know if somebody bought the In-N-Out trucks for the day and sent them down here. There was 2 huge ones, and they turned them away. Lots of emergency vehicles we see coming in. Hopefully, this just means they're locking it down really well. We also heard that 40 looters were caught on the beach today. It is a very low tide, so it's kind of a weird situation going on. No residents are being allowed in at all, not even with proof. You can't walk in. Not today. You can see there's a police tape across the road there. I'm not even going to ask. I kind of know the answer. And
yeah, it's so weird because when we were here a few days ago, they were like, well, as long as you're residents and you're just not bringing a vehicle, we were okay.
Yeah. Well,
maybe they were taking pity on a lot of us because they knew that it was going to get like this, maybe. I'm not sure.
Had a bunch of squad cars just show up. Maybe these guys are swapping out, taking a break because they've probably been here a while. Who knows?
I heard they even turned down Prince Harry.
Oh, yeah, we did hear that.
Here, yeah. And then we even saw a Clark County Henderson, Nevada,
Henderson, Nevada. There's
battalion.
People, yeah, there's units from all over, and yeah, nobody's going in or out. You see, every once in a while, you'll see what looks to be a civilian car, but I think it's just FBI's here, Homeland Security's here, undercover. There's all sorts of different factions here, so that's what's going on here.
We ran into one of our neighbors that lives on our beach, or lived.
Yeah, fortunate and sad at the same time. It's one of my brothers from the beach who I surf with since I've lived here, and he lost his house on the beach. He has a house up in the canyon, lost both of them, and it couldn't be in a he's, I don't know, he was, I don't even know how to describe it, how he was feeling.
Such a beautiful family, but
just a great guy and a great family, and so
the positive side of that though is a lot of you, as well as us, are trying to see how we can help these families from Dog Beach, and we've already got 2 GoFundMes that we will be sharing in this video. We're just here today also gathering information, connecting with people. We're still working on it with a few other people.
But so far, the Randall family, as well as our friend Eric, there's the 2 GoFundMes that you see right there.
Yep. We'll keep sharing them.
Yeah, please do what you can. We're going to keep adding to this as we find more folks, because they're the only ones we've ran into so far. And it's kind of weird because, well, Eric's the only one I've ran into from our beach, really. I've talked to folks on the phone, but or texted and stuff. But seeing Eric, we just hugged, and I was so sorry. And he's like, it's okay, man. It's just, we got to
really good spirits, considering.
He's a really smart dude, and I feel so bad for him. But if we can help him out, that would be great. We appreciate it. Anything you can do, you guys, and if you can't, we understand as well. But we're going to keep trying to find as many as we can and help as many people out as we can.
We sure are.
At least with our small platform, and that's what we can do. All right, look at that. We've got some lights with generators to work on the highway through the night. All the temporary infrastructure is being delivered. So there was a lot of traffic for a while. A lot of people coming down. I don't know if they maybe secured it up further, but it was crazy down here for a little while, both ways, and now it's very mellow. We're just talking with some locals here. We're all exchanging information and stories, and it's just I guess what you do in these kind of situations. So we're just here, just seeing how we can help, trying to find more GoFundMes. And if you guys hear of any, let us know in the comments, please, or you can send them in an email to our email. It's in our description. I think it's Best Life and Beyond at Yahoo, if I'm not mistaken, but double check in the description.
So this is an eerie sight. This is Whole Foods here in Malibu, and there's Dylan from Theme Park Obsession, but normally this is a hustling, bustling, full of food and people, even since I lived here during the pandemic, it was busier during the pandemic, and now it is empty. So the water is contaminated, electricity's in and out. The fact that this is, you know, has anything in here, it looks like we have some kind of grab and go burritos at least, but like normally, I was just saying, this is normally so busy in here. It is literally empty. Like this is normally, okay. At least we got some comedic relief. Thank you, Spence. That's all you're worth, $11.99 a pound, huh?
These days, hot stuff doesn't go a long ways.
Yeah, but at least we got a good joke. Thank you, Spence. That was much needed because times are very, very sad right now. But yeah, look at how empty this is. It's just normally just teeming with life and people, and you know, you're seeing a lot of people that are here that are, you know, I'm not showing them, but there are a lot of like people that are just looking defeated and sad here because they can't get back to their place, and you know, and by place I mean, you know, the scar of what's left. That's something that I was watching a newscast, and people were talking about the difference between covering disasters of like hurricanes versus fires and whatnot, and a lot of them are saying that the hardest part about a fire is there's nothing left 90% of the time, at least with a hurricane, and you know, which is horrible. But sometimes just seeing your walls still standing and maybe a picture on your wall or something can maybe give you a little bit of comfort. Whereas with fires, there's nothing. There's ash and dust. And, you know, that's an extra reason our hearts just break so much for the communities here and just all in Los Angeles and everybody affected. But yeah, I mean, look at this, hardly anybody here. I've never seen this, like I said, not even during the pandemic have I seen it this empty. I mean, absolutely crazy. Look at how awkwardly silent it is out here too. Look at this. And it's funny, during the Franklin fire, we were out here a couple days after, and they kind of had like, you know, Red Cross out here. This was kind of a place where people were, and now look at this. It's awkwardly, eerily empty. Those hills back there that are normally green, they are not green. It's truly just a sad state for the city of Malibu, and I'm sure it's sad for Palisades and everywhere else. It's just that we're actually here in Malibu and we're residents of Malibu, so you know, we know the contrast here. What are you feeling right now?
Just, you know, kind of numb to it all, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There's that sun starting to go down, and there's normally just people all over right here. They're normally playing this game here. What's it called again? Cornhole.
And then there's
Foosball table, right? Yep, there it is. Yeah, and like there's usually always somebody playing something here. Yeah, actually, Howdy's isn't open either. And again, a lot of these can't be open because of the water and electricity, you know? All right, we're headed out of the town, and look at, this is that center that we passed earlier.
this is a huge staging area, and I don't know if this is Red Cross or if what this is becoming.
It's for evacuations too, maybe, or it's for the first responders.
Yeah, and it's just getting set up, it looks like.
Yeah, look at that. That's great. Look at the food and everything. Wow. Look at that. That is the whole thing. And you know the size of that because we drove up here for the Franklin fire and showed all that. You can see the winds really picking up and the sun is starting to go down. It's pretty ominous and sad out here.
50 minutes to curfew.
How long?
50.
Oh, 50 minutes. All right, yeah. And once that curfew's there really is no getting in anywhere. I mean, it's kind of funny they're saying there's a curfew because there really was no getting in anyway. Say goodbye to that beautiful coastline and the sunset. And back into the Franklin fire. From one fire to another. From the Palisades fire to the Franklin fire scars. That is so sad.
Okay, there's Malibu Canyon. Even though there's a motorcycle coming through, I don't know where he's coming from.
Maybe, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe
weird.
he just raced through there or something.
Yeah, there's probably a closure up ahead and they're trying to get through.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because they're letting you kind of go in, but then it's kind of like how it was with Mulholland.
There's a soft closure, you know, a couple hundred yards back or something,
Right.
and then